Sag Nasty. All right. What it do? We got a new perspective of Sag Nasty, if anybody asks me. I have a very special guest. This is an opportunity to meet someone that I never really got to know well, that I saw from a distance, someone that I'm just very curious about. I know he has a story to tell. Like a lot of interviews that I kind of have a vision, and I don't kind of handpick people. I just kind of like see them in a vision. I almost see like their yearbook picture. And this was one face that I saw, and I reached out. At first, I didn't get a hold of him, and he's going to probably explain why. And eventually I did, and he was very just welcoming and really cool to come on the show. He didn't even know what it was about, and he still was down, and that's really awesome. This is a guy that I'm just, like I said, I'm just really excited to hear about, and we'll see where this takes us. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Matt Ortega. What to do?
Hey, that's me. Hey,
yes.
That's me.
All right.
Hey,
so
you are Daryl, you are very
yes.
well spoken, man. Appreciate that.
No problem. Oh, I gotta make sure not to clap. All right. What we usually start the podcast with is first meetings. And so with you, I kind of want to withhold the first meeting because that's going to be later down the road. But we grew up, usually on the podcast, there's a lot of people from my neighborhood of in the Westdale area. You're familiar with one of those people, Doug Holland.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No,
so he was.
Me and Doug just hung out the other night. Whatever.
Awesome. See,
yeah.
So he's from the neighborhood, which I didn't know at first because he went to the private schools, the Catholic schools. I think Catholic, but private school. But yeah, so usually we start off with first meetings, but I want to jump ahead because my first meeting is going to be a little bit of surprise. I want to jump ahead and talk about the Ortegas. I want to know how you guys ended up in Saginaw. Who are the Ortegas, and were you born in Saginaw?
Oh, I mean, no, I was actually born. This is kind of funny that you asked that. I was born in Sheboygan, Michigan. So it's like the last city before the bridge when you go over the bridge on Mackinac.
I've been there. I've camped there.
My mother moved us up there to like try to make a better life for us, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say about that. And so she was a social worker, and like that's what she did. So she was up there working for DHS. It used to be called DHS. I don't think it's called DHS anymore, or it used to be called Social Services back then. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's called DHS. But so she was up there, and that's where I was born. My brother and my sister were born in Saginaw, but I was born up there just because that's how it worked out.
So you're the oldest out of 3 children?
No, I'm the youngest. I'm
the youngest.
Yeah,
you're the youngest. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yep. So, that's really strange. You're the 3rd person to come on the podcast that has social services connection. You know who else has social service connections? Is Stu, which is crazy. Okay. That's actually how his parents met, was at the, I don't remember what it's called anymore, but juvenile home. I forgot what that's called now. It's called Boys Town or something, Jamestown. I can't remember.
Boys Town,
Boysville or something. Hopeville.
Yeah, Boysville.
Yeah. So they were both working there, and that's how his parents met, and they conceived Stu. He was born in Saginaw. So your siblings were born in Saginaw. Your mom moved up to Sheboygan and then came back to Saginaw?
Yeah, we moved back to Saginaw. My dad lived in Flint, so my dad had worked at GM in Flint the whole time.
There we
go. So it was like he used to drive from Flint to Sheboygan, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like it was just too much of a hassle, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't remember it. I was only like 4, you know what I mean? I was like 1 through 5, so I don't really remember. I can't tell you the real situation.
Do you remember how old you were when you came back to Saginaw?
I was 4. I was 4.
Okay, right. Yeah. So you did all school in Saginaw then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Did you ever meet James Green?
That sounds
No.
familiar. Sounds
He
familiar.
used to play soccer. He was like a big, yeah, whatever. Anyways, but he lived like four houses down from me. Okay,
James
so
Green.
like
Go ahead, go
he
ahead.
was he was when I moved back to Saginaw, or when I got to Saginaw, like he showed up to my house and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was like 4.5, and he was like, "Hey," and like we just became friends immediately, and
That's
he lived.
awesome. Where did you guys
So that
live
was
at?
on we're in the township on Wayside.
Oh, Wayside. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people out there. Yeah. I used to live in no, my dad used to live in Carlton. So that's right over there at the bridge, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So right across the bridge. My
Well,
dad lived right on the other side. Oh no, is it
well,
right?
well. It's right. Sherwood. You know where Sherwood Elementary is?
Ah, that's the Wayside. Okay. What is the one over
Yeah.
there all the way at the end of the township? What's that apartment complex called? I wonder.
Oh, you're talking about Oh, I know Waterside. Waterside.
Waterside. Okay,
Yeah, you're
Waterside. I
talking
was
about
like,
Waterside.
okay, Waterside. I don't know. I remember the name Wayside, but I don't know what that is. So it's over by Sherwood.
It's just a street, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Ah,
Waterside is definitely a big apartment complex. So yeah.
so you lived on Wayside. Okay, I don't know that very well. So you guys moved over there and you started living in Saginaw. Where's your dad from? Is he from Flint?
Uh no, my dad is that well my grandparents came up from Mexico, and then like
Wow.
they lived in Freeland. So my dad is from Freeland.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. And what about mom?
My mom's basically just uh
Where's
trying
she
to think
like
of like the
from?
politically I'm trying to think of politically correct way to say this. She's basically white, you know what I mean? And like they're whatever. She's there so she the whatever. They
Where is
came
she from?
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know.
You know where
Um
she was born?
no, she was born here in Saginaw, but I'm just saying like outside of
Ah,
that, I can't tell you like how the lineage went. How about that?
yeah. I get that. Yeah. So she's from Saginaw.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting to me because so many people come from outside of Saginaw that I've met. I've been really searching for people who have like actual Saginaw roots. A lot of people come from like down south a lot of times. My parents came from Detroit. So like
Oh, okay.
I always want to meet people who actually have like Saginaw roots that go a little further than like our generation. So that's
Right.
interesting. So your mom is actually
Well,
from Saginaw.
no. My mom was actually definitely born in Saginaw, but I don't know. Like
Wow.
outside of that, I can't tell you like where her
What's
family came
if you don't
from.
mind me asking, what's her maiden name?
Abler.
Oh, okay. So what is that? Is that German? What is that?
Probably. Um, to be honest.
I think it
Um,
Abler. Okay. Yeah.
but
All right.
oh, okay. So okay, because my cousin Doug Holland.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So that's
like
the white side.
we're related like that, and they're Ablers, but there's Zwingmans. So it's like
Wingmans and
Zwing.
Ablers.
Yeah. So that
Those
I
are
mean
actually that's Dutch maybe. And you think of Holland too is of course Dutch too. Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wingman.
I mean
Yeah. Maybe German.
I
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more about it, but I can't. You know what I mean? I can't. So, I mean,
Facts.
if it worked out better, I would. But
Facts. You know,